So why do you think these middle-aged people participate in this club?
I really think it's kind of that midlife crisis that we talked about, but you get to a point, you know, where you're reassessing your life. You know, you're getting to a point where if you have kids, they're starting to get older. You know, you're starting to have the onset of more health problems in terms of diabetes, high blood pressure, being overweight. You know, they really start to happen at that time, and a lot of them say, hey, I need to make a change. A lot of people also have that bucket list that you've probably heard about, and for a lot of folks it says run a marathon. You know, it is on there, and just kind of a great time in life for them to do that. So they're going out there, they're making that difference, and you know what, they're inspiring folks of all ages to come out.
Now you say you want to bolster the number of college students. Why do you think you should bolster the college age students to come and participate in this?
Well, definitely, as we talked about, starting that healthy lifestyle now is so critical. It'll help, you know, all those college students prevent the onset of such conditions, you know, that they might get later in life. And I know personally, I was not a very fit person in college. It didn't happen for me till I was out working in the real world, and had been a hard transition. And just college is a good time because you have the opportunity to really focus on yourself. Once you get out to the real world, there's so many other engagements that are going on. You have work, you're starting families, all of that. But now is the time. You've got that time, you're focusing on you, and what a better way to go out and be fit so that it can be a part of your life. Once you start getting into the professional world, you can make it a priority.
Okay, if a person who's watching this right now, if they want to join, how would they go about contacting you for this club?
Well, the best thing I can tell them, I will give my phone number as well as an email address. You can reach me personally at 337-356-4025, and the email is Natchitoches-Run-Walk. It's all one word, so natchitoches-run-walk@gmail.com.
Okay. Now, Ms. Prudhomme, you yourself, you're a runner. You've done a lot of things, and you've coached a lot of people with this club. How many marathons yourself have you been participated in?
I have completed 6 full marathons, so that's the 26.2 miles. I have done one half. I'm doing another half next weekend, and I've run the Army 10-miler up in Washington, D.C. twice. So I'm continuing to build, got my sights set on some more in the fall as well.
Of those 6 runs, which one was the most difficult?
I would have to say that would have been Little Rock, Arkansas. It was a very, very hilly course, very, very challenging, and it was before my days of using this run-walk method. So it was a very painful experience, to be quite honest, and that's really when I made the decision, after struggling to get to the finish line, that I said, you know what, something needs to change, and that's when I really adopted the run-walk method, and the experience has been so enjoyable. I have never had a bad run now. I complete my races with ease and grace, and I don't like fall across the finish line and ask someone to pick me up. You know, I'm there, we're going out to dinner and celebrating the experience. So although it was a bad experience, that race really pushed me into wanting to do the run walk and understanding the benefits.
Okay, now that's your point of view from the driver's seat. Now back to the coaching seat. How do you feel when you see one of your young students finish their first marathon?
I have to tell you, it is one of the most wonderful experiences I have ever had and felt. It's almost like that mother hen approach, and you have that love and that pride for them. And to see somebody transforming, I had people in my first group, they couldn't run, you know, from here to the wall. And they said, how am I going to do this? And we worked, we trained together. They were out there every Saturday, you know, learning and trying, and I got every single one of them. I think there was 25 of us who went to San Antonio, Texas this past November, and all of them crossed the finish line. And just to see the pride and the joy in their eyes and their families, it's just a magical experience. Really that paying it forward, and that's what inspired me to start into graduate school in health promotion, and that's what keeps me going, wanting to pay that gift forward.
Okay, now seeing that, like you said in San Antonio, you were very happy. What was that defining moment that where you guys probably had to overcome adversity to finish the marathon? What happened?
Well, with that one, it was a tough day. And kind of like we've talked about before, on a marathon day, you've trained and your performance is what it is. The weather is what it is on those days. We had a very hot day in San Antonio, so quite warm. The course was not extraordinarily exciting. We had some very dull parts of it there, but I had some group members who struggled. you know, who really didn't know if they could go on, and we pulled back as a team and said, okay, we can do this, and we got them across that line. So when I crossed the line with my last training group member, and to see my entire training group waiting there, cheering her on, saying, you can do this, and celebrating together, you know, that bond was magnificent. Nothing beats that. So it's not going to say it's easy, but that's the power of the team. We're there for one another. We leave nobody behind, and we're going to get everybody across that finish line.
That's a great outlook. That's very good to have. Now, we're heading towards the end of the show. Can you recap over this organization? Who can join it? What are some of the, if there is any red tape, what are some of the things, and how in shape do you have to be?
Sure. Well, with the program, you don't have to be in shape, okay? And that's why we have a diversity of programs, and I'll kind of give you an overview of what's going to be offered, you know, that people can get engaged with. Starting in May, I'm actually doing a Walk Yourself Thin program. It'll start May 18th and run through August 18th, so if students are around here for the summers and want to get involved, it's a strictly walking program. It'll be meeting 3 days a week here in town. We'll also have a weight resistance component, a nutrition component, and it'll be a very social, fun, educational opportunity. So that'll really get you ready if you're interested in trying the run walk. Come do that, because in August, about mid-August, I'm going to kick off. We'll have a walking program again. We will have a half marathon run walk. We will have a full marathon run walk, and I'm hoping to also offer a 10K, 5K program for those who would just like to try some shorter distances first. So we're really going to have a diversity of options there, but if you're deconditioned or not real active or haven't run or walked in a while, come out for that program May through August, or if you're not here, come in August and join the walking program, get you started, and the next time around you can join the run walk group. So we can accommodate people at all skill levels, so do not be intimidated at all. And once we kick off, you'll be training towards the New Orleans Mardi Gras Marathon next February, so that will be our target race. So we encourage everyone to come out. For college students in particular, we're offering a special fee of $35 per program. So hoping to break down that red tape barrier. I know cost is an issue with students, so we will be doing that, and we welcome everybody and anyone to come out. And you can always just come give us a try. You know, if you want to call me, email me, say, hey, can I just come check you out before I make a decision, you definitely can.
So how can we call and contact you?
Well, you can reach me at 337-356-4025, or my email is natchitousrunwalk@gmail.com.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Bruholm, for sharing your time. Thank you guys for watching Demon Life. Join us here next week again at the same time.